Hey everybody, welcome back to Baseline Farms. My name is Jade. I've been trying to shoot this garden vlog for a little bit now, and she keeps getting in the way. So we're just going to try to work around her. So let's see here. So today we are planting some seeds. My goodness, girl. Come on, come over here. Okay, you want to lay there? There's no sense in telling her what to do. She just has her mind of her own, this dog. Okay, so I finally amended this garden bed, and I'm so excited because this is the garden bed that we had the cucumbers and the, what else? What else do we have in here? Cucumbers. Oh, we had those strawberries. I pulled out all those strawberries, and I'll show you where I placed them. I don't know if they're going to make it. They looked pretty sad. So I don't know. Hopefully tomorrow morning they'll look better. But, yeah, I'll show you what they look like. So I'm so excited to get all the weeds out of this garden bed. There are so many weeds. And I got a shovel. I really tilled up this soil in here. I know they're going to come back, but hopefully they're not going to come back that much. And so we'll see what happens. Oh my goodness. You guys, you have to see what I'm dealing with right now. Look at this girl. Do you see this girl? Look at her. This is what I'm dealing with right now. So when I'm talking to you, she's just here. Oh, look at this one. She's jealous. Val over here is a little jealous one. But, alright, so this is what I have planned for this garden bed. Let me show you. Oh my goodness, Mira. Okay, so we have some carrots. So we're going to place these carrots in here. Now, I do have these carrots in another garden bed, but I just love carrots, and so we're just going to place... Mira, stop it. We're just going to place some more. And then we're going to have these short and sweet. Aren't those so cute? I cannot wait, because, you know, I like those little small ones, so I thought that's going to look that's going to be delicious. And then we have some broccoli. This is by Burpees, I believe. I think. Let's see, I heard the other puppies barking, so I don't see them around here. Yep. So Burpees broccoli. So I'm going to plant these in there. So I have this Sun King hybrid, and then I have another one by Fairy Moore's, a broccoli. My goodness. I don't even know how you say the name, but there we go. So, and then on the other side of the trellis, I'm going to put some sugar and snap peas along with some spinach. And I'm going to put that all in this garden bed. So I think it's going to look fantastic. I cannot even wait to see what it's going to look like. Yeah, so that's what we have going. I'm excited, you guys. I'm excited. All right, so what I'm going to do, I already made the little canals. I put the amendments in. I put all that bat meal or bat guano, blood meal, and the bone meal. Yeah, bone meal. So I placed that all in here. I've raked it around, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to sprinkle the seeds all along. It's so easy. Carrots are so easy to plant, and I mean everything. All you have to do is put the seed in there, and hopefully nothing eats it. That's pretty much it. Water it, put the seed in, hopefully no bugs or birds or rodents or other things that like seeds eat them. That's the only thing you have to worry about. And hopefully no dogs go and dig in the garden beds. That's another problem. Yeah, so let's get started on planting these seeds because I cannot wait. I'm so excited. It doesn't feel like, at first I was thinking I wasn't going to get a bunch of fall stuff planted, but I'm so excited when I see stuff growing in the garden beds. It is so promising. Now, one of the garden beds where I have the turnips in, I might be just, what is that word, overthinking it. I don't know if that's the word I'm thinking is that I want to use for this. But so I planted a bunch of turnip seeds, and then a bunch of turnips popped up, but then a lot of the seeds didn't. So I started some more, and those ones are not popping up. Some of them are, not all of them. So I think I'm going to pop a little bit more in there. And I know I've seen a lot of roly-polies in the garden beds. Now, there's benefits to roly-polies and there's some non-benefits to roly-polies. Roly-polies will eat your seeds, but they also will, you know, they dig through the soil, and so it's good for them to crawl around the soil. So it's like you know, do I want them to eat the seeds? No. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to succession sow some more turnip seeds in the other garden bed, and then just do a really heavy seeding in this garden bed, and hopefully we get a ton of carrots, broccoli, peas, and spinach. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so first I want to show you, I know I've shown you these seeds before, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you again. For anyone that's new out there that want to plant some carrot seeds and don't want to go back into the other videos to look at them. So the seeds are really small. Let me show you. Do you see that? See how tiny they are? Super tiny. So what I like to do is I just like to do a heavy seeding. And there's quite a bit. Now, lately I haven't been going to on the catalogs that past, I think just this year, just this season, I just been going to the supply store because it's been easier. Because I see it and it's easier than waiting for shipping and things like that. So what I do is I just do a nice heavy, thick row. I try not to do them too close together. Just like that. And then, you know, sometimes if it's a real big cluster, I will thin them. If it's not a big cluster, I'll just leave it, because sometimes I'll just take out those little small carrots early if it's a big cluster. And that's pretty much it. And then I'll just water it in really good. The trick is you have to keep your seeds nice and watered in so that way they could germinate. And we are still, like, today has been a really nice day. We're in the 80s now, so it is getting cooler. I wish I started these earlier, but it's okay. Better late than never. So there you go. Just like that. Easy. Just throw the dirt on top of it, and then we're going to water them in after we get all these seeds placed into the soil. And that is pretty much it. I feel like I have, the peas are going to be coming out soon. I feel, not the peas, the beans. The beans that I planted, those are going to be coming out pretty soon. Also, what else? The tomatoes are still looking good, you guys, and they're finally starting to come in, so I'm just going to let those guys go. I still need to harvest a bunch of cherry tomatoes. Again, I feel like I could fill up another 2-gallon bucket, so before I go in tonight, I'm going to do that. And I also am going to harvest a bunch of pesto, because I'm going to make some, not pesto, basil. I'm going to make some pesto tonight for some pasta. We're going to rotisserie a chicken and have some pesto pasta with pesto. Yum. Alright, so here are the short and sweet carrots. I cannot wait to see how these are going to taste. Okay, so we're going to put that, and I already made tags for everything, so yes, I'm excited. You guys, I'm so happy. I love this weather. I love this fall weather. It's so nice. We are getting ready for a Halloween party, so that's really exciting. It's our little annual Halloween party. So that's going to be fun. And then, what else is happening? I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I still have not decorated the house, and I don't know if it's too late. Is there such thing, too late to decorate the house for fall? I don't think so. I think you could just kind of roll it over to, like, Thanksgiving, right? So I'm still going to do that because I love the festive look to the house. It really gets you into the fall spirit, you know? Alright, so there we have it. 2 rows of carrots. I'm just going to put the seeds in here just in case they spill. They sit spilling over its spot. And then I brought out some little baggies, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to fold them up and put them in this baggie. Because, oh, here we go. Because I don't want to lose them. I have a clear baggie like this inside the little trailer. The dogs aren't fighting. They're just playing. And it's just a bunch of seeds. I didn't even put down what kind of seeds they were. So I was like thinking about planting them in one of the garden beds just to see what it is. But I don't know. I don't have to plant a whole bunch. Maybe just a couple. All right, so here we have our broccoli. Same thing. The broccoli is really tiny, and so I just sprinkle it over the top. And same thing, you can thin them out if you want to, which I do because the broccoli does get pretty big. All right, there are the seeds right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, you can really feel them in your hand, so you could just do like a couple of them into a little row. So easy. You guys, it's so satisfying. There's nothing like having your own vegetables. It just tastes so different. So those of you that grow the vegetables know what I'm talking about. Once you start growing your vegetables and you taste the difference, you just don't ever want to go back. It's hard. It's hard. When we grew our first cow, when we actually raised our first cow, it was so difficult for us to go back to eating store-bought beef. It's still, I mean, we don't even eat a lot of beef ever since we had that. We barely ever eat beef. We eat a lot of lamb and chicken, and I want to raise my own. My goal is to have my own meat chickens and be able to do a little class here on the farm on how to harvest, how to raise chickens and how to butcher chickens. I'm hoping, like, my goal in the future is to have a class like that, to have, just people come out here and pay for a class, maybe pay for a couple chickens, butcher them, and they can butcher as many as they want, so that way I don't have to butcher them. But, yeah. All right, so our last broccoli, this is the Sun King hybrid, and I know we've grown these before, and I feel like, for me, broccoli is so much easier to grow in the wintertime than it is to grow in the spring because of the aphids. The aphids out here love broccoli and cabbage and Brussels sprouts, which I haven't grown Brussels sprouts in a while because of the aphids. And I love Brussels sprouts. I love cabbage and Brussels sprouts. But maybe if I were to grow them early, maybe start them earlier in the season, I bet you I would have better luck. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to look at all these little roly-polies right here. Man, the bugs are off the hook this year, guys. Ugh. I'm just going to toss the roly-polies over there. I think that was it. Okay, there's another roly-poly. I'm just going to toss it. I don't mind them in the garden, but I don't want them in the garden beds. So we'll just toss them outside. Okay, let's just make sure we get a good amount of broccoli right there. All right. So there we have it. Broccoli is done. Carrots are done. Now we have our peas and spinach. So, and then we are done with this bed, and then we're going to get it all watered in, and then we're going to call it a day. I'll harvest a bunch of beans. I don't know why I keep calling them peas. Beans before I head in. Oh, and basil. I need to get that basil going. Some pesto. So delicious. If you guys haven't made pesto, it is so stinking easy, and sometimes, like, pine nuts are kind of expensive, so if we don't have pine nuts, I'll use walnuts instead, and it tastes just the same. It is so good. Has a bit of a more nutty flavor with the walnuts, I feel, but it's so delicious. The one good thing about the winter is not having to deal with bugs, you guys. And the winter garden, oh my God, is the most easiest. For us, in our zone 9, I feel it's pretty easy. Oh, someone's calling. Let's see who it is. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to come back because it's my kid. Okay, so on this side of the trellis, we are going to plant some peas. And so this one says that you can have them as snow peas when they're babies. And so you can also wait for them to get a little plumper and use them as peas. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop in a whole row of peas right here. This is what they look like. And just like that, maybe every other little post. So easy, guys. And then you could have some snow peas that you could do some stir fry with, or you could do some regular peas, which is so awesome. And it's so nice to be able to cook with your own, okay, get out of the way, girl. Cook with your own vegetables. It's just so exciting. And it's definitely exciting when you get to tell everyone that you cooked it all from your homegrown garden. So amazing. Like, everyone wants attention. Val has been stuck to my hip ever since we've gotten back. Usually I can leave her in the trailer when it's AC or when it's hot out. She'll like stay in there in my little she shed. But ever since we left and came back, she has been on my hip. But she's a good girl. Alright, almost done. There we go. Just like that. So now these are all our peas. And I just did a heavy succession of peas. Just because you never know. Like for me, I just never know. Something might be eating them. You never know. And this is the bed that we had some voles in. But when I was digging around in there, I did not see any voles. So hopefully, I don't know if you're seeing my head. Hopefully we don't have any voles. I feel like we still have some voles in that strawberry bed over here. Let me show you. Right over there. I feel like we still have some voles in there because I see the holes. But I have not seen any voles. Just the holes. Alright, so here we have our botanical interest spinach. This is the baby greens. And this one says I could harvest these in 20 to 25 days. Can you believe that? 20 to 25 days we could be harvesting spinach in literally a month? I hope so. We're supposed to be getting rain soon, guys. I can't even believe it. I mean, I don't want it to rain. I just want it to be warm. Not warm, I'm saying. Just cooler. Just not 100 degrees. That's all. Just don't want it to be 100 degrees. Like, I wish you could just stay like this where you could just, it's cool enough where you can wear a sweater or you can go wear a t-shirt. So it's so nice. And we're almost to the end of October. No, middle. Look at them, pushing it. End of October. Alright, so there we go. Almost done. I hope, there was one year where I got a whole row of spinach and it was so awesome. So I'm really hoping that this year I get the same without the weeds. Which, I highly doubt that. Okay. One of these days, when I started gardening, the little garden had a ton of weeds in it. And I was pulling weeds left and right. But now, nothing. So I think it's just as long as you work on the soil and keep pulling them out, maybe they'll stop growing. I hope. Alright, so that's that. All the seeds are planted. I'm going to water them in really well. And then, what was I going to show you? I thought I was going to show you something. I said I was going to show you something, but I forgot what. Shoot, you guys. Well, maybe if when I edit this video, I'll find out what I was going to tell you and show you. Maybe it was nothing. All right. So thank you for hanging out. Take care. Be safe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Well, I remember I was going to show you the turnips. Right here. First of all, I noticed something was eating on them. Do you see that? Something's munching on them. But then right over here, I had a bunch of turnip seeds planted on this area, and nothing has popped up. And see, something is munching on it right there. So, yeah. So it could be the roly-polies. And it's possible they might be eating my seeds. And I do have some granules I could put down for that because I really don't want to deal with any kind of issues like that where I keep planting the seed and I'm feeding bugs. I don't want to do that. All right, so that's pretty much it. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.